Alright guys, and welcome back. So in this video I want to add a little extra logic to transition into our Ragdoll state, and the way I'm going to do that is by adding another montage. So the reason for that is, if we take a look at how it's acting right now, if I just set the the collision, if I zoom out a little bit here, I set this threshold here. It was 1400 before. I set it down below 600, which is our running speed. So every time we run into something, we're gonna ragdoll. And right now he's just gonna kind of yeah, just collapse like that. And it looks kind of boring and dull, really. So what I want to do is to add a little animation. So since we have now have a transition into our ragdoll state, we can actually go ahead and play a montage when we go into ragdoll. So for that, I'm gonna bring in some of the animation starter packs animations. So I'm gonna add this to my project, and let's see. This one, add to project, and it should show up here. So here we have it. I'm just gonna, because I need to retarget this, and I changed the skeleton stand, the pose. So I need to put this guy into a T pose also. So I'm just gonna do that first. This is something we've gone over before, so I'm not gonna say so much about it. Just gonna see how, if I can do this quickly. Okay. That should do it. Okay, so I clicked save pose, and now I can find a death animation. So we have 3 death animations, and let's look at them each at a time. So this one looks like he's getting hit kind of in the middle of the chest. And this one looks like he's getting hit in the right shoulder. And what do we have here? This is kind of a head shot. I think I'm gonna go with the first one, but actually you could take all 3 of them, and then depending on where you get hit, you can play a different montage. I would actually suggest you do that. But for this demonstration, I will just pick the first one. So I'm gonna right click him and say retarget, and I'm gonna retarget that to the other skeleton, and it's gonna land here, death copy, and I'm gonna make a montage out of that so we can play it. Actually no, I'm gonna, first of all, I'm just gonna take a look at the animation, because it starts in a hip firing stance, so I want to get rid of that, so we kind of just starts like this maybe. So something like this looks probably okay, I think. Let's remove everything before, and let's see, we only need the animation until it needs to be a very short animation, so I'm just gonna find somewhere here and then remove everything after. So with that, I'm gonna retarget that. I'm not gonna bother with the name, or maybe I will. Call this def1 and create a montage. Okay, so I'm just making sure we have a default slot selected here, and I'm gonna make the blend time a little bit longer than the default, and I'm gonna leave this one as it is, I think. But I want to make this a little bit longer because I want this to blend in smoothly with the physics movement. So all we need now to do is to go to our blueprint, so the place where we go Ragdoll. We want to copy this part down here, just to get a reference to our animation instance and blueprint instance, and we want to play a montage. And depending on if you want to make this a little bit better, then you want to figure out if you get hit by something from this one, maybe feed in a bone where you get hit, and then make some logic down here saying which montage to play. But since I'm just showing how I'm doing this, I'm just gonna hard code or set this to a fixed one. So I'm gonna play this death1 montage, and that's actually all I need to do. So if I now play and run into something, kind of hard to see, but let's just click our go Ragdoll. So this, as you can see now, when I push my Ragdoll, he's gonna kind of fall backwards, and then something weird is going on with the feet, by the way. And if I run forward, he's still going to attempt to make that animation, but since I have a forward motion, it's going to mostly ignore that. Okay, so as you can see now, when I jump and then hit, he's going to initially get a little push back. So I think that adds a little bit extra to this, yeah, the way this looks. Let's see, let's test this one more time. Okay, so one thing you will notice maybe, there's a little kind of a pause when I run into something, which is kind of looking weird. So what I can do here is to say, when I run into something, when my fall capsule hits something, I don't want to start all the way at 0. I want to start maybe halfway blending. So that's going to make this a little bit better. So it's going to reach our full blend state faster. So let's go. Oops. And let's go into first person and see how this looks. So just a quick way to do this. We have our camera boom here with arm length of 300. I'm just going to set this to 200. So this is not the way you want to do it, I can assure you. So if I hit him in the head, I'm still gonna I'm gonna play this in slow motion. It's still gonna impact him in the head, and he's gonna blend into the fall, the physics, pretty fast. I'm gonna shoot him in the foot this time. So I'm not really sure if this looks correct, but still we have an animation now. So so let's make one last test before I end this video, just to see the difference. So if I set this to 300 again, so we can see it from the outside, and I just hit, okay, I need to adjust the foot physics setup a little bit. It looks weird with this animation. See, what do we have here on the I think to begin with, I think I'm gonna lock the toes. And what about this one? Set very high. I don't think it's gonna act well with these locked, if I remember correctly. Let me just try that. Okay, actually it's not that bad. Okay, so okay, that's what I'm gonna go with. So I locked the feet and the toes. But as you can see, he's gonna fall backwards now, like getting a push. Okay, and there's a little jump there in the physics still. Okay, anyway, I need to work a little bit on this. So if I turn this off, the blending, so if I don't play any montage, it's gonna look like this. That looked kind of the same. That was the wrong one. I disconnected this one. That means that it's just gonna fall. Okay, and now we can see that problem with the foot. It's gonna make us pop up into the air. So I definitely need to set this back to limited and limited, but I think maybe I'm better off with a very high, like 5,000 damping. So it seems pretty rigid. But as you can see, when I go ragdoll, he's just gonna fall down. Just kind of collapse. So, and if we use the blend-in montage, okay, god damn it, still need to do something about that. Okay, one way to fix this, I think, could be to set the spring values or the linear strength here. So let's say 2,500. Yeah, that's way better. Okay. So I hope you can see this is a little bit better, acting a little bit better. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, see you in the next. Bye bye.